Alright guys, we're doing this video about the Continental engines in the David Bradleys. I had a particular person email me about problems with his Continental, and it's missing the Govenor Spring. So other people asking about these engines more than anything else. Parts are incredibly hard to come by, as is information. So I'm going to do a close-up of the two Continentals used by David Bradley. This one here is my 1950. This is AU7. The 127 100, 1.6 horsepower. When it's panned as I talk here. The other one they used was the 127 102, which was a 1.8 horsepower, and slight increase in horsepower. A little difference, I believe, on some of the carburetions in particulars, but basically the same engines. However, the one in the 1955 there. That's the AU85 3 horsepower, Super Deluxe 3. That one, I'm going to show you the carburetor, and the linkage is considerably different. So Continental made the engines, the gas tanks, and the linkage for DBs for these 2 years. They couldn't get Briggs motors. Briggs was overburdened with too much demand. Too many different companies, I guess, post-war times. So Continental made the engines, and they're made to military standards. So this one here is the AU7. I'm hoping I don't get too much shadow here. Bad time of the day to be doing this, but anyway, here's your spring in question here. Okay, spring connects from the throttle to the slide bracket here, the back hole of the slide bracket. The cable here you see is your throttle cable. My linkage up top is broken, so I can't demonstrate it moving. Throttle cable comes out of the housing to the rear hole of that slide bracket. Spring goes to the front hole of the slide bracket, back to the throttle. I'm going to hold the ruler there. I don't know if this is going to work good with the video, but I'm going to try to show you the measurement here. Point A to point B, I get approximately 2 inches. Okay, it is stretched slightly right now. I would go with it. I would buy a 2 1/4, 2 1/2 inch spring, and or 2 or 3 of them. They're cheap enough, and play with them. You know, play back and forth with them. You know, and see what you get. But that's what I got there. I got 2 inches there on that spring. Measurement approximately 2 inches, point A to point B. So hope that helps you out, John, with your problem there with that broken spring. I know sometimes really it's crazy. One thing to just put your tractor down, and you know, it really sucks. So hopefully that'll help you out. Again, these Continental engines, the difference between the two of them, big difference, is the carburation. They use two different carburetors, and so the cable and linkage was different. This one here, the AU7, you got your throttle cable here and your choke cable here. Now on the 1955 AU85 3 horsepower, you see you won't see the throttle cable coming out of here. You just see the choke cable. Choke cable goes down to a handle on the bottom here. Works very simply. Okay. Now your that's your choke cable. Your throttle cable in the 55 AU85 is on the back of the housing. Okay. Here's your fan housing. Okay, it comes up underneath your transmission, the cable. It mounts to this housing here. It has an adjustment here for adjusting, alright, the tension back and forth. Alright, your rod here goes down to your governor. Here's your governor arm. Okay, and your spring on this one is underneath. You can barely see it sticking up there. That's your return spring on your governor. Okay, to your throttle. Okay, so it's very different on the 1955 AU85 than on the AU7. Alright, the AU7 was really extremely simple. You know, not that these are so complicated, but you can't look at one and figure out the other one. So I'm zooming it out here because while I'm here, I'm thinking I also get guys ask me a lot of times about these 55s, AU85s. So while I'm here, I'm going to do a little panning here for the sake of helping guys out. This one has the speed changer and the reverse. Okay, and I'll try to get the numbers off of those 3 belts and note them on the bottom of this video when I get a chance. Okay. Alright guys, back to the AU7 here. Okay. One more time I want to pan in and out of that spring so this fella can see it, see what he's looking at, see what he's working on, hopefully help him get his EB going. Okay. So on these ones here that has a simple straight belt transmission to the motor. Okay. The belt that I use on all of these DBs is this one here. This is the Napa 4L400W. Okay, that's the belt size that I use for all my DBs. I've used it on the Continentals, Briggs, and on the Tecumsehs. That's what I have on little Bertha over there right now. So that's the belt right there, Napa 4L400W. So hopefully I answer all your questions, guys, with these DBs. And the only other thing different about these DBs with the Continentals are the gas tanks. See those 3 circles there? That's one way of telling a Continental gas tanks right there. Those 3, these here, 2 circles in the middle. Okay, there was a label here. You barely see the imprint where the label came off. It was originally a label there, Continental Engines. So hopefully, sorry if you can't hear me good here, guys. It's getting awful windy. Hopefully I answered your questions about this. And if you need any more information or the PDF file, just shoot me a line. I'm glad to share it with you. Alright, okay guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Welcome, Daniel.